Hey, how's it going, everyone? My name's Adam Rice from AR Concept Art and Illustration. The link's below if you want to check out my work. But today we're just going to start by doing a little bit of drawing from life. And drawing from life is one of the most important things you can do as an artist if you want to get better at rendering, which I assume if you're watching this video you are. And we're going to use Photoshop's digital painting to actually do this painting. Um, but whatever medium you do decide to do your life drawing with, it will all translate into different mediums. If you're using acrylic, it'll help you do digital. If you do digital, it'll help you do acrylic and oil. And I've worked a little bit with I've worked actually a lot with everything. And right now I'm doing a lot of digital work, mainly because I do a lot of illustration and concept art. But so today we're just going to start off by mixing some colors, and my base color here is this kind of orangish reddish brown. So I created a new layer. I don't know if you can see that or not really well, but so we're just going to mix some colors until I kind of match up the local color of this wooden desk. Um, and although you don't have to mix colors like I'm doing this, I find it really helpful if you do it a little bit more traditionally, because it'll just make your painting look that much more genuine and really real, and it'll help sell it more. And I think a lot of artists, or one of the big problems I was running into when I was kind of first starting out, um, just digital painting, is I was using so many colors. I mean, I would go and back to the picking color picker and just try and do uh, pick the whole rainbow from the whole rainbow of colors, and it's really hard to do that, and it ends up making your work look kind of a little bit muddy, and we don't really want that. So first I'm going to mix this brown color that I've done here. It's kind of a reddish brown. There's a couple different hues within here, and I've layered it in that way. And then next what I'm going to do is pick the green, the local color of the mug I have here. And so we'll go up here and kind of try and figure out a good, it's almost like a light lime green, and it's a very interesting color, pretty yellowish. So let's see if we can match it up. And I'm just kind of screwing around. And these colors, you can change them, but to really start with one or a few colors, it really will help you later on. Pre-mixing your colors is something I've really started to do, and it's been really great for my art. Yeah. Ooh, that's getting close. We'll go ahead and use the eyedropper tool here. Maybe almost a little bit more blue will mix in too. You see, when you do this, you get a lot more interesting colors, ones that you wouldn't normally quite get just by picking it from Photoshop's kind of array here. And then what I'm also going to do is, and this is really important and a lot of people forget, but I'm going to key this color with the brown here. You really want to make sure that all of your colors that you're using are mixed in with at least one key color. It will help the piece hold together better. I'm going to go ahead and drop this down to probably about 12, 10, I think it's at right now. And really kind of see if I can make it's still a little bit too let's see here. Okay, so that color right there is going to be very important, just having this kind of blending tone. And I'm going to go ahead and mix some of this other, it's more local color green I've over top of that. So I really reduced the flow to do this, but that's not necessary exactly. Okay, there we go. It's kind of an ugly green color now, but it's really going to come in handy when I start painting up this mug. And see, you can even begin to see what's going on right here. this hue, this brown, which will be my reflected light, is already making this simple like palette start to look 3D, and the same thing is really happening here. This just shows you how color interacts and works. Not so much over here, but I mean it's just a palette. Alright, so we're going to go back and we're going to create a new layer, and I'm going to put this underneath. Okay, and we're going to start creating the environment. There's a lot of different ways to draw from life. You can do a grayscale, and then you can go and then just start to overlay color on top, which I do quite frequently. Or you can go ahead and just jump right in with color, which is what I'm doing now. And it really depends. In art, there's not one way to do things, and sometimes you'll meet people who are like, "Oh, you have to do it this way," and those people usually don't know what they're talking about. There's a ton of different ways to do things in art, and so this is just one way, and I recommend that you look at other YouTube videos on how to draw and paint, and kind of start to pick for yourself what will really work for you. And sometimes I do kind of overlay color. In fact, frequently when I'm illustrating, I do that. But since we're doing this from life, we're just going to go ahead and kind of jump right in here and go in with color. Alright, so just kind of continuing here with this background. I'm sensing there's a little more yellow in the background than I originally anticipated, so we're going to go ahead and just throw a little bit of yellow in here. Not too much, but just a little bit. That's kind of a nice color. That's a little bit more what I'm going for. Alright, so we'll return to our first layer here and just kind of continue to pile on color and build up a surface. This is just exactly what you do if you're painting traditionally in oils or acrylic. Build up a surface. It's really important too when you're painting that you don't get too detailed too quick. So I'm not going to put a lot of detail in the background. I don't even know if I'll go back and do it later because it's just a study. But you know, if I was trying to do a finished product, I would definitely consider going back and putting in some kind of this wood paneling. And since it's just a study, I'll probably leave it pretty bare. Put a lot of the detail in on the actual green mug here. It's ugly, kind of ugly, beautiful green mug. Let's lower the opaqueness just a bit. That's something I play with a lot. How opaque the paint is. It's a really useful tool, and two, it's something that you do have when you're painting, of course, with acrylic or oils, with playing with the medium, whatever medium you use, or you can put in Gamsol or linseed oil to kind of thicken up the paint. But I think Photoshop is a bit different, and I like that it's different. You know, whatever medium you're in, you kind of have to figure out what's different about it and utilize that to the best of your ability. Into this space, and really kind of start to sell it as what it is. You want to make sure that even though that this table piece I'm using it's a little bit less red, you still have to bring in the kind of yellow components. You want to make sure that every object you paint has color from the other objects. You want to make sure everything relates well. And this is starting to. There's actually, in the space I'm drawing, there's a little bit more of a gap between the table, which maybe I'll go ahead and bring out the table and the wall here. So I'm actually going to paint right on.